What is going on, guys? It's your boy Big Dylan, and welcome back to well, what shall I call it? Destiny rant, Destiny like debate, Destiny ideas, things that I'd like to see happen. Because basically, there's been a rumor going around recently that Bungie, are working on like a weapon balance update. So basically that's going to change the meta of PvP, obviously the buff and nerf certain things. Obviously I'm just going to give my 2 cents on it, basically discuss things that I'd like to see obviously be buffed, things be nerfed, all that sort of stuff. Obviously I have been playing Destiny since the very first day it came out. I played the beta, obviously I was hyped way before it even was released. So yeah, I mean, I've been playing Destiny since it was released, pretty much non-stop. So starting off with subclasses. Subclasses in general, they've all been toned down a lot from what it was. They've all been nerfed a heck of a lot compared to what they were in year one. So I'm going to start off with a Sunsinger. Now this is a PvE thing. I mean, as just starting off, Warlocks in general for PvE are terrible. If you all of the the world's best speedrunners, that speedrun strikes, raids, missions, whatever, they're either on a Titan or a Hunter. I never see anyone using a Warlock unless they're just trying to solo the raid, so they can self-res cheese, all that sort of stuff. So basically, what I'm trying to get at with this is obviously the Sunsinger subclass. Basically, if you don't know, the Viking Funeral stacks damage. Obviously, every time you hit an enemy with a grenade, obviously it stacks. Obviously, it can stack up to 3 times as well. Now, I don't feel like 3 times is enough. Maybe like 5 or 6 times. Now obviously I don't know if that would be too much damage or not, but I feel like the class needs to be relevant in PvE. It's the only support class that the actual Warlock has for PvE. Obviously, for the Hunter you've got incredible movement speed, really good with Bones of AO, increased control with a jump, and obviously Tether to give your entire team and you a damage buff. Obviously that's just, Warlocks need something, because they're a slower class, so I feel like they should give the team a bigger benefit, obviously because then they're lagging behind. But then obviously I don't know how to completely explain it, but hopefully you get what I mean by that. The next thing I'm going to go over is Blade Dance. It's been nerfed I don't know how many times. I think it's kind of stupid, to be honest, how many times they've nerfed it, especially Blink. I don't know why they keep nerfing Blink. It's a very skilled movement. A lot of the top players used to use it because obviously you could outplay people, and I feel like that's the biggest problem with Destiny right now, is that Bungie won't let good players be good players. Basically, I feel like they're trying to just get everyone on a level playing field and just give everyone, like, all of the worst players the advantages that good players don't have anymore, sort of thing. There's been a very big shift in the skill gap now. Obviously I find myself getting outgunned every couple of gunfights. It used to be pretty much once in every 10-15 gunfights I'd get outgunned back in the day, because obviously I'd just 2-tap them to the face or 2-burst them with a red death or something like that, and then the gunfight would be over and I would have won. So definitely I feel like the skill gap on Destiny has pretty much gone to nothing. I've heard a lot of the top Crucible streamers and PvP players say that there's no such thing as a top player in Destiny. Well, obviously it isn't true, but I get where they're coming from with it. Obviously the skill gap's definitely not as big as it used to be. The next thing I'm going to go over is Striker, for their Titan. The Juggernaut shield. Now a lot of people say it's OP. Now the only reason it is actually OP is because primaries are that bad you can't even shut it down. If you had something like a year 1 Last Word, or a year 1 Thorn, or a year 1 Source Regime, you'd definitely be able to shut it down. But You know, unfortunately, Bungie have nerfed every single primary in the game to the point where you can't challenge anything now, really, you know. That's why pretty much everyone runs around with a shotgun, because they've nerfed snipers, they've nerfed primaries. Now pretty much the only viable option, because now the thing with Destiny as well that I want to go over is the movement speed. It's not that shotguns are OP, it's just the movement speed that makes the game the way it is. It's a very aggressive game. It's a very fast-paced, action-packed first-person shooter. That's why I feel like Year 1, now I'm gonna get a lot of shit for saying this, but the Year 1 Thorn Last Word really did suit the game. It really flowed well. You know, granted it was annoying getting shot by the Thorn, you know, whatever, but you knew who the better players were, you know. Someone who's bad with a Thorn, you know, just body shotting, versus someone who's headshotting, you know, 2-tap to the head is gonna, you know, beat in kill time than a 2-tap to the body. So that's basically the point I'm trying to go over here, is just basically the game is centered to going fast. I mean, you've got Titan skating, you've got Bones of VAO spam, you've got Blink, you've got Warlocks that can skate sort of thing as well, with the bunny hopping. I did a video on that in the past. So yeah, now the next subclass I'm going to go over is Stormcaller. I know this is a subclass that is, you know, pretty broken right now. No, I feel like the main things that need to happen to Stormcaller is obviously the melee needs to be taken down a hell of a lot. You shouldn't be able to map someone with your melee. I mean, come on now. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's just stupid. The next thing for the Stormcaller that I'd like to see happen would be I think it's the blink within the super. They need to add a cooldown timer on the blink, so you can't just spam blink whilst you're in your Stormcaller. It's stupid and it's pretty much impossible to kill. You know, you can't 1v1 that, you can't, you know, counter that. Back in the day, you know, I used to run shotgun Last Word or shotgun Thorn. Most of the time I actually used to snipe as well, you know, and you could actually shut down sorry about that, but you could actually completely shut down and annihilate anyone in a super, which I felt like was fine. I feel like supers are a little bit too, I won't say overpowered, but they can change, you know, they can change a match completely. Yeah, if you're in a Trials game, someone's got, say, a Sunbreaker Titan, can you challenge that? No, you cannot. Unless he's really far away and he's completely terrible at the game at throwing hammers. You know, I personally wouldn't even challenge it. You know, you just run away, and that's just stupid. It's completely stupid. So yeah, that's another thing. Now going into weapons, obviously I'm going to start off with hand cannons. Hand cannons, basically the recent nerf that they did where they added the bloom mechanic, basically RNG and ghost bullets and all that stupid nonsense. They need to remove that. It's completely stupid. If I shoot someone, the bullet should land. You know, it's stupid. People shouldn't win gunfights down to RNG. You know, you can't have stuff like that in an FPS. It just doesn't make sense. Now going into auto rifles, I want to see high impact auto rifles get a buff. The high rate of fire ones are in a good place right now, but the high impact ones like the Suros regime and all that sort of stuff, like nobody uses them, you know, because they're terrible. So definitely would like to see a buff to the high impact auto rifles. Maybe even take them back to, you know, the Suros regime days, you know, when the Grim Citizen, the Vanquisher, the Suros, all those sort of things, you know, the Shingen C, Shingen E, Galahadi, you know, that was when the PvP was fun, you know. So I'd definitely like to see those come back in a big way. Now, pulse rifles, the high rate of fire pulse rifles, obviously right now are really good. You know, the Clever Dragon, Grasp of Malok, you know, the Hawk Saws, all that sort of stuff. So the high impact pulse rifles, again, need a buff. They should be a guaranteed 2 bursts to the head. They should reward precision and obviously time. You know, to use a high impact pulse rifle right now in the current meta, you know, it's stupid to say that a higher rate of fire pulse rifle with no impact has a faster kill time than a high impact, really low rate of fire pulse rifle. In my opinion, it's just stupid. So definitely another thing I'd like to see was the Red Death. They actually changed the archetype of the Red Death to a mid-impact pulse rifle. I'd like to see that go back to a high impact. You know, I used that weapon a lot in year 1 against everyone running Thorn Last Words, and it was amazing, you know, 2 bursting people to the face and regening your health. It rewarded you, you know, it rewarded having the gun skill to land your headshots. So that's definitely a thing I want to see them do. As for scout rifles, you know, scout rifles are scout rifles, they're good at long range combat. You know, the Mida Mullet 2 has always been a great weapon. I pretty much leave scout rifles as they are. Shotguns, now at times they can seem overpowered, but like I said, it's just movement and having bad primaries. You know, you've got now to shut them down with. So shotguns, I'd say fine right now. At times they can be inconsistent. I feel that's a big thing with quite a lot of the weapons in this game currently. It's just RNG. You get RNG damage pretty much all the time when you use a shotgun. 1 minute I'll snipe someone with my Matador, the next moment somebody will sponge from point blank. How does that make sense? I don't fucking know. It's completely stupid. Consistency, Bungie, please. Consistency, yeah? Please make your weapons consistent. It's completely just, it blows my mind. Snipers, again, they've been nerfed that many times. The nerfs that I've actually been okay with is the flinch. Obviously, you shouldn't be able to land a headshot when you're getting shot to the face. That's just completely stupid. You know, going to Halo 2 to Halo 3, if you get shot with a sniper, I mean even Halo 5, if you get shot when you're using a sniper, it descopes, you know, because that's balanced. You know, you should be able to suppress a sniper out of its position. You should be able to push a sniper efficiently, you know. So I'd also, you know, all the other nerfs are done to snipers, I'd just remove them. You know, sniping on Destiny is a skilled thing, especially because it's a fast-paced game. So definitely the only thing that I would keep on snipers is just the flinch. Other than that, obviously just remove all the other nerfs that they've done and they'd be fine. Fusion rifles, like, they need a buff, big time. I mean, I tried to use the Vex Mythoclast the other day when I was just trying to get back into the game. You know, the Vex is completely terrible. It's an embarrassing weapon to use. It's completely stupid. When you shoot, none of your bullets land. It's just pathetic. But that's basically me going over some of the subclass changes and weapon changes that I'd like to see. A couple of things to grenades. I don't think any tracking grenade, aka skip grenades, should be that aggressive. At times you can't even outrun them on a Titan, which is mind-blowing. They track you forever. You know, people moan about axiom bolts, but holy shit, skip grenades, especially with those double skip grenade gauntlets, they are completely just, I'm not saying they're overpowered and broken, but they're just stupid for how long they track and how much damage they deal. If it all hits, it's, you know, it's a little bit weird. I'd like to see arc bolts get enough. I mean, enough? What the hell am I saying? A buff, should I say? Because arc bolts have been obviously nerfed. But I mean, if I could go back in time, I would definitely go back to year 1, pretty much when the game came out, when the high impact auto rifles were good. Nobody had a Fell Winter's Lie sniper shotgun. You know, it was like the Found Verdict. You know, those were the good times on Destiny. Those were when the matchmaking was good. You know, there was connection-based matchmaking. Bungie, remove your skill-based matchmaking, because I'm sick of the lag. It's, you know, basically Bungie needs to focus on making the connection amazing and buffing weapons. Anyway guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Comment anything down below and peace.